So there we go, it's finally happening. The second phase of Melee 3.0 is going to change Maiming Strike. So I thought I would finally do the one thing that I've never done with Maiming Strike, and that's to finally utilize its full potential by using what is essentially a macro. It's actually referred to as a cascade system with my particular brand of mouse, which allows me to set up what is essentially a very short script that I can then bind to a particular button. So I can set up a script that crouches my character, then waits a few milliseconds, and then does a slide attack all within a single button press, which essentially means that I can bind the slide attack to my mouse. Now, this isn't anything new. People have been using this sort of short slide attack macro for a very long time. Even before Maiming Strike was added into the game, they were using it with Tonfas, and in general, people just used to use it for really fast coptering. The reason I've never done this before is because, well, I don't really like the slide attack playstyle too terribly much, but I also felt like that if you want to take advantage of Maiming Strike and the incredible critical bonus that it gives you, you should be, I really don't want to say forced, but I'm going to say forced to do it manually, because that's kind of like the disadvantage or the downside of this mod, right? You have to get the timing right, you have to adjust to each melee weapon because they have different speeds, and you have to be able to execute it while also being aware of what's going on around you. So my stance on Maiming Strike was always, if you want to take advantage of Maiming Strike, you should learn how to slide attack manually. Because Maiming Strike, and let's be honest here, is ridiculously overpowered and it has been a horrendous pain in D's backside ever since they introduced it with the first arrival of the Acolytes. Now, they did actually nerf Maiming Strike indirectly before by making slide attacks obey line of sight, which they didn't before, so you could actually just lodge yourself in a corner and then slide attack through walls. But I feel like this change is going to be far more substantial because there is no way in hell they are keeping the power of Maiming Strike where it is right now. Especially when you do what I did here and set up a short macro on your mouse, which, by the way, I don't think is necessarily bannable. At the end of the day, I would get the same result if I were to duct tape a toothpick to my mouse and tilted it slightly. But I also wasn't able to find a clear post by DE stating that this is 100% okay. It's kind of been accepted as an okay thing to do, but I'm just not 100% sure because, as I've said, I could not find any statement anywhere. So just in case it is bannable, well, first of all, goodbye everybody, it's been nice, but don't do it, okay, just in case. It's also a terrible way to play the game. It sucks all the fun out of it. It's fun for the first 10-ish minutes, but then it gets old really fast. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be like, boring and overpowered. Right, this gives you a huge advantage over anyone that's not using it. It's true, there is no way you can do this manually, not with this much speed and precision, just no way. So all those excuses that you see on the internet, you know, I do it because I don't want to get a carpal tunnel, I do it because I don't want to wear out my keyboard so fast, are bull. Okay, there is merit to some of them, like some people probably really don't want to get a carpal tunnel and they're prone to it, and some people really don't want to wear out their keyboard, or they're even handicapped so they can't physically do slide attacks, but let's be honest here, most people that use macros for slide attacks use them because they do a lot of damage. This is actually one of the main reasons why I stopped playing Warframe the way I used to, because I used to follow the meta back in the day and I did very long survival, defense, or even interception runs back in the day. But yeah, over time, I just stopped because it turned into this, right? The most boring, low-effort way of getting things done. I mean, you're barely even playing Warframe when you're doing this. It's like you're playing a really dumb racing game where you have to mash a button to go forward and then you try your hardest not to crash into things. And for some people, this is the best thing in the world, right? And if this is your idea of fun, just go and have fun. Okay, I don't care. I'm not telling you you shouldn't be having fun this way. I'm just telling you that I find this incredibly boring. And that I find your excuses to be complete and utter bull. Just don't make excuses. There is no need for that, right? Just be like, okay, I want to do the most damage I can. I don't care how I do it, and I think this is fun. Done. That's all you need to say. Don't let other people tell you how you should have fun. It doesn't matter that I find it boring. If this is how you have fun, you go and have fun. And I think that's enough blabbering for today, so I thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, let us all say goodbye to Maiming Strike as we know it right now. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.